Appreciate your call, Mark. Jay, you got 60 seconds. What are you a whistleblower on?
Okay, Alex. I'm a long-time listener to your show. Watched all your movies.
That's awesome. I just have to decide if I'm going to keep going into overdrive. What is the whistleblowing on?
Basically, my job was or is that I get to listen to certain conferences with big corporations, and I was listening into a certain conference with I call it a eugenics company, but I guess it's genetics. And basically, what they talk about and what the only thing they talk about is the bad things their medications do, or let's say they were talking a lot about.
Well, listen to the drug ads. I'm going to go to break. I'm going to do one more segment. I'm going to come back to you, Jay. No, I'm going to come back to Jay to hear what his whistleblowing is straight ahead. And I want to get to Johnny, too, but I got a ton of work I got to get done. And the nightly news tonight, 7 o'clock Central. But we'll be back. Stay with us. Ladies and gentlemen, going back to the whistleblower, Jay, and I don't know what his job is as a consultant or as a reporter. There's a lot of corporate intelligence out there. A lot of jobs where folks listen to conferences or spy on the competition, but he's listening to a big pharma conference, or watching it on a webcam, or maybe he was there, and he's saying they were talking about how horrible all their drugs are for people. Well, turn on these ads in like 10 seconds. It's so wonderful and great, though it'll kill you. The problem is you go into the reps, and they will lie. You go into the nurse and go, does the flu shot hurt me? Oh, no side effects, sir. You get the insert. It says it can kill you. And here's an article on that subject out of CBS News. Pro-vaccine efforts debunking autism myths may be scaring wary parents from shots. Translated, and it's a big study out, the media is so untrusted that when they say take shots, they're safe, no one will take them. Oh, man, that is absolutely hilarious. That is absolutely redonkulous that things like this are going on. It's just you people really are a joke. Let's go ahead and go back to Jay. Jay, encapsulate, my friend, what you heard them say. Go ahead and say the name of the conference. I don't care. Tell us why you do it. It's not a whistleblower. People think of whistleblowing. Whistleblowing is releasing classified stuff because you're exposing a crime, and they're not even supposed to go after that. But just talking about what you saw in your daily life is not whistleblowing. Tell us what happened.
Okay. Well, at the end of this conference, all they talked about was the retinal degeneration, and if you want to get somebody to be dependent on this government and on this new healthcare system that they're trying to impose, the main way to do it was to make people sick or to make people blind, because either one would make them completely dependent on this so-called Obamacare. But the big applause, I guess, and the people listening to this conference were funders of this organization. And they didn't care about the deficit. There was a huge deficit, huge spending, and this is taxpayers' money. And all they cared about was the retinal degeneration, the negative effects of whatever they were doing, and they were talking about how to get it to a larger population. They were talking about pipelines. They were talking about a large amount of things, basically.
Well, and they call it a pipeline. That's the new Freedom Initiative of how to get to the kids with it. But, yeah, these companies bear all of them on record. Their mission is to kill people. And it doesn't mean there aren't good drug companies, even good drugs put out by some of these bad companies. It's that a lot of times covertly, like with Dalcon Shield, it isn't really an IED that helps a woman out of a baby. It ends up sterilizing you. And that's the whole issue, is like they say something does one thing, and it does, but it also does B, C, D, E, F, G. And it does a whole other grouping of things. And it's very, very frustrating. What else was going on? I wish you'd give us a better idea of what pharma it was, what the drug was, what they were talking about.
I've gotten to listen to conferences on pharma, big pharma, Obamacare.
Well, what's your job? Why do you do this? I'm just curious. What's the reason?
It's basically, I don't want to be called a telemarketer, but what I do is, like, you know what your screeners do? They basically pick up calls, place a person in the radio show. Basically, I would place people into a conflict, into
No, I get it. You're someone that's guiding people into the big pharma conference, and so you're getting to hear the vampires meet. and hop around and do their normal behavior. All right, good job. Good to hear that information. You might be considered a corporate whistleblower then, because I'm sure you're signed stuff. You're not supposed to talk about what you heard. Folks, it's all in the inserts. I mean, oh, boy. Thank you, Jay. I really appreciate that. I'm out of time, ladies and gentlemen. We are funded by viewers and supporters like you.